So what the heck is servant leadership anyways? This is a trendy topic, especially in the last couple of decades or so. There are many opinions on how to define it, what it entails, but for the purpose of this video, I'd like to focus on the why behind why we desire to be servant leaders in the first place and some practical takeaways on how we function as such. First, I thought it was appropriate to begin with our mission and our vision at Belay. These drive every single decision that we make as a team. And since you guys are a huge part of what we do, we hope that they drive and inspire your day-to-day as well. Our mission at Belay is to glorify God by providing solutions that equip our clients with the confidence to climb higher. Running parallel, our vision is to help others achieve their vision. If these don't scream servant leadership, I don't know what does. Our very existence and purpose as a business remain others focused, and we wouldn't have it any other way. These aren't just words on a page. They're a deep-rooted and inspired way of doing business. Tom Peters says organizations exist to serve, period. Leaders exist to serve, period. And I'd be willing to bet that something deep inside each one of you beckons to be a part of something larger than yourself. We all have that desire. We were created to be in community, not isolated. And I've noticed that that desire does not change from person to person, city to city, or culture to culture. It's ingrained in who we are as human beings. To be blunt, if you weren't servant-hearted, you wouldn't be on this journey. We desire to partner with those who are humble, hungry, and smart, as you've more than likely heard a few times over by now. I'd like to add that we desire to partner with people who are willing to roll up their sleeves and get the job done, even despite some personal cost. It is really hard to find a great example of servant leadership or even work in general without some degree of personal cost. Chances are it will cost you something, but it's worth it. So why? Why then? Why do we do it? Why do we want to become servant leaders? Because it brings meaning to our lives. It drives positive change in the world. It gets us out of our own way. There's nothing wrong with making money. In fact, we love making money, but if our paychecks become our why, the well runs dry pretty fast. So our why behind why we engage meaningful work fuels us for the long haul. It motivates us. It inspires us to keep going because beautiful things happen along the way. Not to mention, it makes us feel good, right? It feels good to serve and help someone achieve something greater than they could have without our help. It's amazing. A story that underlines the concept of servant leadership takes place in Scripture. Some of you guys might know this story. Luke chapter 22 paints the picture of the Last Supper. At one point in the evening, the disciples begin to argue about who's going to be the greatest disciple of them all. Jesus quickly puts an end to it and reminds them. He says, instead, the greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the one who rules like the one who serves. Now, I believe that Jesus knew all of us are likely to toot our own horns every once in a while and make it about us, but clearly there's something deeper going on here, and I think it's a heart issue. I believe that the antidote to arrogance and pride lies in serving others. When we make it all about us, we quickly learn that life isn't satisfying. Going after something greater together is one of the most gratifying experiences this world has to offer. So we've talked about the why for being servant leaders. Now for a few practical takeaways in which we can become servant leaders or become better servant leaders here at Belay. First, for the clients who you're serving or that you will serve, find out what they're passionate about. Don't miss this. What makes them come alive or what lights them on fire? Talk about those things and go after the mission together. We have to be excited about what they're excited about. This could be work-related or personal. Relationships are grown through shared experience. If you don't know what their mission is, find out today. Don't wait. Number 2, ask great questions to those you're serving. There is power in the question, as we all know. Questions like, what can I do today to make your life a little better or a little easier? What can I take off your plate, even if it isn't currently listed in my job description? That's a big one. What has your attention right now, and how can I partner with you in going after those issues? And then thirdly, use the goals worksheet that we've provided you. This is huge. Keep it front and center to prioritize your clients' priorities. Let it be the thing that leads them back to their mission, their North Star. Take it out, update it weekly, monthly, quarterly. If you really want to impress someone, reference their goals and how well they are tracking. Remember that if we don't define priorities, everything will become one. Lastly, I'll leave you with a quote from Lao Tzu. A leader is best when people barely knows he or she exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, we did it ourselves. There's power in that. So from the Belay team, thank you for everything you're doing out there on the front lines to serve so well. Without you, we wouldn't have a business. We are so grateful to be on this journey with you, and we are cheering you on always. Take care.